Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using Bargain Bead Box subscription for the month of April 2024. So we received this rose quartz bead in the box, and also the crystals, the spacers and the bead caps, everything. Whatever I have used in this is completely in the box. So I just followed a pattern. I started with the plain rose quartz bead, as you guys can see, and then what I did was I added the bead caps and the spacer bead in between. I thought that the stack like this looks very pretty, and then again I covered this rose quartz with the bead caps, and then I put the crystal in the middle, which kind of looked pretty for me. I just came up with this pattern which I really like. So you can come up with this pattern on your own, like any other pattern that you want to use all these beads with, you can work. And also this rose quartz pendant, the tree of life pendant that we received, it's an amazing. I feel that the quality of this pendant is much more nicer than the beads. Even I really like the quality of the pendant more. So the thing is, this kind of looks very pretty to me, the way. So I have strung this in a Chinese knotting cord. 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord is what I used, but you don't have to use this. You can string the same thing in a bead stringing wire and crimp the ends and use the toggle clasp, the amazing toggle clasp that we received in the box. um, you can use any of these ones, match the pendant as well and the findings, but you can use all of those, but I didn't choose to use it. I want to knot this, but I'm not gonna. This actually, let me see how long this is. This, if I measure, this actually measures about, say, 20 to 22 inches. This itself is a long necklace per se, so I don't need that much length. So if I add knots, it will add more length to my necklace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to selectively place my knots, and then like finish this together at the end with sliding knot. That's what my plan is so far. So I have strung the beads, okay, and then I'm gonna knot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave about, say, uh, like a 9 inch or so. 9 inch is also not needed, because we need at least 3 inches in the back, with the knots and the sliding closure and everything. At least 7 inch should be good enough, because as I said, we don't need that much of a length to the necklace, because we already have enough beads. So I'm just making an overhand knot at the 7 inch mark. So I have this mat, so it's easy for me to measure. I don't have to use the ruler. So after 7 inch I made a basic knot. Then I just, so here, as you guys can see, so it's a little bit, one side was a little bit longer than the other side, is what I believe. Yes or no, I need to see. No, both are the same, so I don't have to worry about that. So I just move the bead. You can do like so the thing is, I really like the way this turned out to be. I don't want much knots here, because if I add knots, this might change a little bit, which I feel like it's not needed. And I'm gonna place knots here in the middle below the pendant, so that it's nice and sturdy for the pendant. So it's only going to be in the back. So after 2 beads I'm gonna knot. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna see if I have even number of beads. So that we need to see. Yep, so perfect. And then I'm using a hand knotting technique. I have discussed this technique in several videos. So make a knot, put your pliers, tweezers or tweezer nose pliers, inside the knot, and pull that knot together. Still it'll be loose. Hold the end and then push the knot towards the bead. Okay, that's one technique. And then another one is wrap it around, put it inside that loop. Okay, then hold the knot like that and transfer the loop to your right hand and hold it here and pull it. So that's a hand knotting technique. I will repeat it. Wrap it around your fingers, take the end of the necklace, put it through the loop that you created with the wrap, and then see this, I twist my hand and hold it and just pull this and transfer it to my other finger so that I can hold this and pull it with my right hand. There we go, our knot is there. So it's a very simple technique, very easy to work with. All you need to do is, if you say you are not comfortable doing this, make the knot, keep it on the side, take a bead awl, okay, or anything which is sharp, and then just hold it inside that loop. Okay, just see how I'm holding into the loop, and then all you need to do is pull the cord and push this against the bead, and you have the knot. See, it's still loose, so I push it towards the bead. So that's one technique, and I will show how we do with the tweezers as well. Just zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so the tweezer thing, for anything and everything, you are wrapping it around your fingers. Take the end and put it through the loop that you created, and we have the knot. Such a just a regular knot. So now you take your tweezers and then put it inside this loop that you created and go and grab the place where you want the knot to be. See, that's how I do it. And then you pull this thing, and now you have the knot. Wiggle and move your tweezers. See, this knot is still loose. Just go ahead and tighten that. Push it against the bead. That's it. I'll show you guys one more time. So wrap it around, put it through the loop. You have a knot right there. I will go even more closer. Okay, so now I'm going to place my tweezers inside the loop. See this, inside the loop, and then grab where I want the knot to be. See that, inside the loop first, and then grabbing that, and then pulling the cord away from me, taking it out. Still the knot is loose, as you guys can see. Now what I do is I hold this and push the knot towards the bead. We have our knot. So that's so much knots that I want to put here. Then I pull all the beads together. See that? Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. And then take my end and put all these beads into the loop. I'm gonna make a couple of knots here continuously. Okay, and then again another knot, probably 3 knots or 4 knots I can put. Okay, and then see if my pendant fits through the knot. So that way it fits through the knot and it's not a lot or less. So that's perfect. Now I transfer all the beads again to the middle like that. See how it fits nicely. If you don't like it, you should actually take it off if you don't like it, but I kind of like it like this. Or if you want these two to come together just like that, then you have to make a decision right now, but I like it this way. Yeah, that's what I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and knot again. So there is very few knots in this necklace, so it's not an extraordinarily long project per se. It comes out pretty quickly once you string all the beads into the cord. As I said, I am knotting this to support my necklace. It doesn't have to be. Chinese knotting cord is pretty strong and it can handle the weight of the beads that we have added. But for extra security, I'm adding some knots, and it also looks pretty. Leaving the cords plain without anything and actually knotting is nice. I really like the knots, and knotting technique is one of my favorite. If you're watching my channel, you guys must have guessed by now. Somehow I feel that knotting is pretty simple than using, all the findings and stuff. The thing is, the findings adds really nice things, nice it's a nice addition to your piece or something like that, but some piece doesn't call for it. And then if you are working for a project for a person who's allergic to all metal findings, or only they can have gold, silver or something like that, then you can actually use this knotting and just the beads and call it a day, and it will be an awesome gift for them because they get to wear it without okay. Somehow these were same. Let's see now. So this lavender color beads is also very, very pretty. So let me see here. I think I have one bead extra this side. No problem. I will take it off. You can also place knots between these findings and stuff. It's absolutely totally up to you guys. Doesn't have to be this way, but so what I'm gonna do here is take these ends, okay, and cut it apart, say here. Okay, now the part is to have a sliding knot, but before that I have one more bead here, and I'm just seeing if I have a smaller bead to end. I have saved 2 beads for this. Yeah, I have something similar in my stash. It's like a pink pearl, but I want to use this at the end. I know I haven't used these in my design, but you can use the rose quartz as the end, for the end. You can use that. One sec, let me check the length of the necklace. It's nice and long, and yeah, what you can do is you can actually insert this pearl into the it's not going through it. Why? I don't know. Let me try. Okay, this one is going through. I'm glad I did that. Just add a knot at the end, like really at the end, and then that's all. So if you want to keep this, you can keep or make one more knot right after the bead. See, that way the knot, the bead will stay. I need to melt this, and I will take my naughty do doll to do that sliding knot. For the sliding knot, I took my naughty do doll and I have placed it here. I have placed the pegs at 2 inches apart, and then I'm crisscrossing the wires, the cords in the back just like that, and placing it in the knotty tool. So we need a small piece of the cord to do the adjusting knot, okay, the sliding knot, and I prefer to have 8 inches normally. So I take 8 inches of the same cord that I used for knotting, and then I take the cord, put it under my this is called the base cord, and the one in my hand is called a knotting cord. So I put it approximately in the middle, and then I tie a knot. Okay, hold the ends together with your fingers and put your index finger on top of the knot, and then pull this cord. That way it will come in the center. Now I'm going to do the P's and Q's, the sliding knot, the square knot, the macrame square knot. If you're not aware of the basic macrame knots, watch the tutorial down in the description box below. There is a video tutorial on the basic macrame knots. This knot comes in very handy. It's pretty easy to do, so just go ahead and watch those and come. But I'll also explain in this video. See how I kept the cord, the left cord on the top of the base cord. It looks like a P. This is one, and then take the right cord, left cord on top of the right, go underneath and come through this loop in the P and just tie a knot. That is my P, and I'm gonna do my Q. So see how I have kept the cord, it looks like a Q. Take this cord, go on top and underneath and through this loop that you created and tighten it. So I'm basically doing a P and a Q. One P and a Q consist of one square knot, and you can do as less as 3 square knots, but for a necklace I would say at least 5 just to be on the safer side. So this 8-inch will give me about say an inch of worth of knots, so I am okay. I like to do a little bit more if it is necessary, so you can do that. So you do the knots as long as you have the cord to actually do it. So that's what I do normally. Taking a cord a little bit more makes it easy for you to do the knots. You don't have to scramble for, the tail, the short tail. So it's easy. So always I suggest 8 inches for a sliding knot. When you are comfortable doing all those knots, then you can actually take even a small piece and do it. But initially when you're trying to do it new, I would say kindly take a little bit more and then it'll be easier for you. So this much is enough for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the cord on both sides, leaving a short tail, and then I'm gonna take my lighter. Okay, I'll take another one. Take my lighter and melt this. Wait for a bit and then push it against the side. If you're not comfortable, you can push it with the lighter itself. So now we have our necklace completely ready. See this, how it is adjustable. Oh, one last thing to do. We need to cut these as well and melt it and press it with your lighter, so that way you won't burn your fingers. It has happened to me a lot of times, so I'm just this is a safer method. So this is your necklace. as you guys can see. So we have the pendant. There is 3 knots underneath the pendant, and then 2 rose quartz, a bead cap, crystal bead cap, rose quartz bead cap, spacer bead cap, rose quartz bead cap, then crystal. So this is the pattern that I followed until half of the necklace. Half of the necklace is plain with the rose quartz, and then we have the sliding knot right here in the back, and I added a smaller pearl bead just to pull this out and in, but you can also add a rose quartz bead. I am saving the 2 beads for the earrings. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. It's a pretty easy necklace. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye. And also don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. It's in the description box below, and there is a heart symbol in the down at the bottom. Also, if you would like to support my channel, click there, and you can donate as low as $2 and as much as you want. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It would help me to grow more. Thank you.